No sé lo que me pasa, prima, cuando tú no estás. Se me para el corazón y me pongo a llorar. La niña del canastero me tiene cala los huesos y me tiene prometido la rosa de su pañuelo. Ay, ay.
All right, good morning, Idea Montopolis College Prep. This is Mr. Gatto with your morning announcements. Today is a fantastic Friday, October 2nd. Today is a B-Day. Please join me in today's pledges. Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Now please remain standing for a moment of silence. All right, moving on to our birthdays. Happy birthday to the following students: Caleb Avalos, 6th grade, Karina Perez, 11th grade, Jose Hernandez, 12th grade, and Joel Rios, 12th grade. We wish y'all a very, very happy, special day filled with love, learning, positivity, kindness, and just all around awesomeness. So we hope y'all have a great day, and we're hoping that extends into the weekend as well. So happy birthday, everyone. All right, moving on to our Hispanic Heritage Month highlight of the day. We don't have to go very far for our next highlight. In fact, our next highlight is actually closer than we think because we're highlighting Esteban Rodriguez. And we all know him, at least here on our campus, as one of our wonderful dream makers, right? As part of our college counseling team. But what we're going to focus on today is Esteban's literary side, what one of his passions really is, right? Aside from helping a lot of y'all go to great colleges and universities, this is part of Esteban's passion, and it's part of a reason why we're highlighting him today as part of our Latino Spotlight for the month during Hispanic Heritage Month. As you can see on the right, there is his debut collection of poems, Dusk and Dust. And here's a description of this collection. And again, before I even get to it, I encourage everybody to pick up his work. As well as many of your teachers and educators have his work. It is amazing to read. And again, just here's a brief description of Dusk and Dust. Again, Mr. Rodriguez's debut poetry collection. Set along the U.S.-Mexico border, Dusk and Dust introduces the voice of a boy straddled on the valley of two geographies. With a keen eye, gentle humor, and great empathy, Esteban Rodriguez's debut collection explores the lives of the generations who have made their homes in a landscape too often neglected and forgotten. Like the region they portray, relentless, unsympathetic, singed with uncertainty, these poems are marked with a visceral beauty. The aroma of cattle mingles with steaming tamales, and carnival organs play behind telenovelas in this richly conjured and mercurial world. Through the eyes of his luchador mask, with a foot planted firmly on either side of the fence, the young speaker grapples with a host of cultural and familial expectations, a tenuous grasp on his family's language and his own burgeoning identity. Funny and poignant, Dusk and Dust lays out a labyrinth of cultural expectations, and with a voice as clear as it is unique, illuminates a world that seeks to be remembered and lived. So, quite the description of Mr. Rodriguez's debut novel. So let's dive in a little deeper, and just like we've been doing these last few weeks, we're going to see who is behind the work, who is behind the art. So let's go ahead and do that. So Mr. Rodriguez, much like Mrs. Ansaldúa that we spotlighted yesterday, that we focused on yesterday, is raised and from the Rio Grande Valley. And again, I may not have made this clear yesterday, but that is a region along the Texas-Mexico border. So if you picture Texas and you go down to the very, very tip, right by South Padre Island, that's probably what we're best known for, is the Rio Grande Valley. So that is where he's from. And again, just like Miss Ansaldúa yesterday, we're going to see how this influences a lot of his work. And we just heard that in the description there. So Mr. Rodriguez is very educated. He received his Bachelor of Arts at the University of Texas at Austin, and he received his Master's of Fine Arts at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Again, the same university that Miss Ansaldúa attended in her tenure when she was there, then known as Pan American University. Now, much like the description we just heard, Rodriguez's writing seeks to explore the ways in which cultural traditions and expectations shape our understanding of identity, family relationships, and our everyday interactions with the world at large. Again, I have personally read this. A lot of your teachers have as well. And just like Miss Anzaldua's work, because I am from this same region, as are many of your teachers, and a lot of you again are familiar with this place, it rings home, and we might find a lot of ourselves in Mr. Rodriguez's writings. So again, we spoke about Dusk and Dust, and we read the description there, but that's not the only work that Mr. Rodriguez has put out in the last year or so. In fact, he's been pushing out a number of works, beginning with his debut novel or his debut collection of poetry, Dusk and Dust, published by Hub City Press in 2019, followed by Crash Course, published by Saddle Road Press that same year. In Bloom, published this year by Stephen F. Austin State University Press. Displacement by Skull and Wind Press of this same year, and forthcoming, a forthcoming collection of poetry entitled The Valley, coming from Sundress Publications, coming in the following year. That being said, he also, again, aside from being what we all know him as our one of our amazing college counselors that gets y'all to those amazing Tier 1 and Tier 2 schools, Mr. Rodriguez is also, aside from being a very, very accomplished author, he is also an editor. So he's the interviews editor at the Eco Theo Review. He is the assistant poetry editor at Agni, and a regular reviews editor at the Heavy Feather Review. So again, this goes to show that we don't have to travel very far to highlight Latinx individuals that have accomplished great things. I mean, just the matter that you have a number of teachers, a number of educators here who are of Latinx background, who have overcome the odds, to get an education and to be where they're at. Again, highlighted here by Mr. Rodriguez, but this is, as far as education goes, you can find this among many of your teachers as well, of Latinx background. But that being said, part of highlighting this as well is to say, is to show as well, look, you can go to school and study something that you love. In Mr. Rodriguez's case, that was creative writing. And you can turn this into a profession. You can turn this into, a publishing career in a sense. That being said, one thing that I left out, and a lot of us know Mr. Rodriguez as this as well, Mr. Rodriguez was an English teacher. So again, working on his background with his passion with poetry and creative writing, he was also able to share that with many of our scholars, both past and present as well. I know he's working with a number of our students with their recommendation letters and things of that nature. So again, today's Latino Spotlight is Mr. Esteban Rodriguez. I encourage everybody to pick up one of these works. Go talk to Mr. Rodriguez about any of this. He is very eager to speak about this. So yeah. All right, so moving on. Meals update Monday through Friday. Again, if we need to pause this, let's do so. Bus routes, again, Miss Reed is our contact person there. There are bus routes in and around the Austin area. Same thing there. Let's pause if we need to. Here's our schedule for 6th and 7th grade, our 8th grade schedule, our high school schedule, and grades for quarter 1. Again, I highlighted this yesterday as well. Grades are due by October 7th. Yes, your GPA counts. It's a huge deal for those college applications. Understand this, that if you're in the top 10% of your class, you automatically get into all Texas public universities. This is how I was able to get into school. This is how a number of your teachers were able to get into school as well, at least here with our Texas public universities. So please take advantage of this. Please do your very best. It does count. It is very real. And here's what you can do if you're failing or if you have grades that are below your potential. Again, if you're failing, it is below your potential. Big takeaway here, we want to help you. We want to get you over where you need to be and higher, but you have to advocate for yourself as well, everybody. You got to advocate for yourself, okay? This is not only something here for our school. This is a survival school. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to speak out for yourself. Attendance, again, attendance is important. You can't get credit for too many classes. You can't get credit for your classes if you're absent for too many days. Again, this is Texas law. We have the law coded there. You have to be here 90% of the time. That equates to you not missing more than 18 days of school. All right, ACT October 6th, 11th and 12th graders in person only. If we need a pause, we can take a look at that there. All right. Our Montopolis High School esports team. We need to pause, take a look at that there, get some more information. Can do so. Okay, so students on campus. All right, guys. So some reminders, like we were saying yesterday. Again, masks have to be worn at all times, with breakfast and lunch being the only exceptions. Again, but we are within our sneeze guards at our desk. We have to maintain our 6 feet of social distancing at all times. Please remember to grab a pass to the restroom. We'll begin PE classes in the next week. Again, once we feel that we are properly prepared to maintain safety. And like I said yesterday, that is on your actions, everyone. You have to show us that. So please show us that. And then remember, this is new to everybody. This is new to your teachers. This is new to everyone. So again, be kind, be patient. We're trying our best. Advocate for yourself if you don't understand something. Advocate for yourself with your grades if you're not there yet. We do want to help you, but please speak up for yourself. Okay. Dismissal, here we go. Same as we've been having. We need to pause, take a closer look at that. Again, proper mask use up here is what we want, specifically covering the nose. I did mention yesterday we've been seeing too much of the mask looking too much like this down here, right? Not down here. Yes, up here. Thank you, everyone. Questions, there's a number there. Please text us, follow us on Facebook as well. Again, we do have a YouTube channel where you can follow us there, show your family, and catch up there if you miss any morning announcements. All right, so Bulldogs are determined, optimistic, generous, and strong. And remember, y'all, if no one tells you this today, remember that we love you, we believe in you, and we always will. Please advocate for yourselves. Grades are due very, very soon. We want you to be successful. We want you to be successful. We know you want to be successful, but please come to us. We want to help you. Advocate for yourself. All right, everyone. On that note, it's time for Move This World. Please have a great day and a great weekend. We'll see y'all.